wasted. Late poker party?
Oh, no, hardly. I was up all night at the hospital.
Hospital? What happened? Who's in the hospital?
My brother Malcolm. He's hanging on, but barely.
Well,
Well, what?
this mocha coffee, it's the best you've ever tasted, right?
Thank you. Is that why we came here, the coffee?
I thought we could use a little change of pace.
Okay. I can see it now. Honeymoon's over. No more coffee in bed. No more morning kisses. No more sharing the newspaper. No more crossword puzzles.
Honey, lighten up. We're talking about
This
coffee.
is the big
not
slide,
the end
isn't
of
it?
our marriage. No.
We're growing up. Excuse me. Paul Williams. Yeah, Fred. What do you have for me? Okay, hold on a second. Fred's got some information on the Madison situation.
Yeah, please let it be that Alice has crawled back into the woodwork.
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
You're awfully quiet this morning, sweetheart.
Just thinking.
Oh, yeah? About what?
Tony sounded real excited about going to Florida.
It's been a long time since he's had a vacation, Cassie.
I know he works hard, but still.
Hey, something worrying you?
He will come back, won't he?
Tony's always been honest with you in the past. If he said he's coming back, he'll be back.
He wouldn't lie.
Of course not.
But he said he was gonna marry Grace, and he didn't.
Well, now that's different. Believe me, he'll be back. I'm sure of it.
Mommy,
Yes, Cassie?
you said Tony's coming back for sure. What about Nick? Will he come back?
Here you are.
Thanks, man.
So what's up? You look like a man with something on his mind.
You were right, Cole, about Grace.
Yeah, what about her?
I dropped a hint to her about transferring to Los Angeles.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and she basically bit my head off for suggesting it. And to make matters worse, I told my dad and he nearly hit the roof.
Nicholas, this sounds to me like you're not thinking very clearly.
Cole, I'm desperate, all right? I need my wife back, and no one is offering me any advice that I can relate to. Dad still thinks I should whisk Sharon away on some romantic trip, but that is his style, not mine.
So Sharon still hasn't softened?
Well, I think she has. And then she looks at me like I just crawled out from underneath a rock, and I'm back to square one. Hey, what's with the suitcases? Going somewhere?
Yeah. Paris.
Paris, to see Ashley.
Well, that is the game plan, but man, I've been trying all day to get a flight out of here. They got me on standby.
So you and Ashley finally hooked up?
Well, not exactly. I got a pretty good fix on where she is, but all I gotta do is get there.
Well, I got an idea.
What's that?
You're still basically family. Why don't you see if the Newman jet's available?
You think?
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to see if my dad's using it or someone else, but it shouldn't be a problem.
Well, Nick, maybe I'll just do that. Thank you.
Sure. You know, maybe my dad's right. Maybe I should take Sharon away on a trip.
You know, I think that sounds like the plan. You know, if you two to go out of town and you're away from everything and everyone, and it just frees you up to concentrate on each other.
Yeah. I just got to convince Sharon to go, and that is not going to be easy.
Hey.
Hi. Nick, didn't realize you were down here.
Yeah. What's up?
So, I guess it's official. You're going to Paris to visit Ashley, huh?
Well,
I'm gonna go. See you guys.
all right.
Thanks for the coffee.
Hey, thank you, Nick.
Neil, what happened? Was your brother in a car accident? What?
He wasn't in a car accident, man. He was beaten. Can you believe that he was beaten half to death?
Oh, my God.
The police said they thought it was a robbery, you know. They found him in his car in the woods outside of town. Apparently, he had collapsed against the steering wheel. Somebody heard the car horn. If it weren't for that, he might be...
Did they catch who did it?
Not that I've heard of.
How's Olivia holding up?
No, not very well. I'm telling you, Ryan, my man is in bad shape.
How bad?
He's got serious head injuries, swelling of the brain.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Liv and I spent the night at the hospital. I'm only here to pick up messages. I gotta go right back.
There's been no improvement this morning?
No, I'm afraid not. The doctors say they're doing all they can. But is it enough? Poor guy, he's just lying there like that. I don't know, man. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all.
Diane? Are you sure you don't want some breakfast? I mean, I could fix you a poached
Marissa,
chicken.
I told you I am not hungry.
I was just asking.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to snap.
It's Jack Abbott.
What?
This mood you're in. Diane Newman's residence.
Hi, Marissa. It's Jack. Can I speak to Diane, please?
Oh, Mr. Abbott. I'm afraid she's not in at the moment.
Know where I can reach her?
I'm afraid she didn't say.
Would you tell her I called, please?
Absolutely.
Just I can't deal with Jack right now. Do you understand?
I understand you're tearing yourself apart with doubts about the man.
I just thought everything was fine. Jack had been so sweet. I mean, it was almost as though we had never parted. It's been such a long time since I felt a man's arms around me.
Obviously, he did something to make you suspicious.
Just that damn seat on the board of directors. Just have to wonder if Jack's more interested in my getting a seat on the Newman board than he is in me.
I've seen the way he looks at you, Diane. I should be so lucky to have someone look at me like that.
Just have to wonder what his intentions are.
You really like the guy, don't you?
More than I care to admit. Just wish I had someone to talk to.
What about your lawyer?
Michael? He's got his own agenda when it comes to the settlement. He's hardly objective.
Well, then maybe you should find someone who is.
You're right. I think I know exactly who that is.
So, I guess those bags answer my question.
Yeah. The only thing missing is a plane reservation.
What's the problem?
Well, I guess Paris is evidently some hot destination this time of year, because all the flights are booked solid.
Oh, it's too bad.
Well, he got me on standby. And Nick had an idea. He thought maybe I should ask your dad about using the company jet.
Yeah, why not? You should. It's a good idea. Listen, about last night.
What about last night?
It's nothing.
I think you and I know it wasn't nothing. It's between us, it may never feel like nothing. I mean, not that that's what I would want.
We shared a lot of good times.
Yeah, some pretty bad ones.
Well, fortunately, the passage of time helps us forget the bad ones.
So they say. Look, I want you to know, just no matter what,
What?
I'm always gonna look at you and say to myself, damn, what a woman. And I know her. I really know her. Can't say that about too many people.
No, I guess you can. So, what did Ashley say when you told her you were coming?
But I didn't tell her.
You gonna surprise her?
Right. Surprise.
Well, that sounds really romantic. I hope you get exactly what you want.
I hope you get what you want, too. You and Neil. I really do.
Well, you know, it's life. Pay your money, take your chances.
Well, I better get going here. Actually, I gotta run some errands before I go to the airport.
You're gonna ask Dad about the jet, huh?
Yeah, it's at the top of my list. So, take care.
You too. Have a safe flight.
Thanks. Bye.
Goodbye.
Hello, Jack. How goes the battle?
Oh, save the Mary Sunshine Act. I'm in no mood.
Ooh, somebody got up on the wrong side of the bed this morning.
Someplace you have to be, Jill, like your office.
Well, pardon me for having a good day.
Lavish your joy on someone who wants it.
Okay. But it is too bad you're such a grouch, because I have some awfully good news to tell you.
Okay, fine. Cheer me up. I dare you.
Well, first of all, it was a brainstorm. It was totally brilliant. I don't know why I didn't think...
Wait. Say lead in, okay? Let's cut to the chase.
I hired an absolutely fabulous actress. She's going to be moving in with us out at the house. Maybe even sharing Esther's quarters.
You're taking acting classes? What, are you gonna take Hollywood by storm?
Oh, that's hilarious. No, Jack, I hired the woman as a maid.
You hired some ingenue between jobs. Why?
No, you don't understand. I hired this woman to play the part of a maid. The maid from hell.
Brad, hi. Come on in. Thanks for making time for me.
Well, you've only to snap your fingers and I come running. Everything all right?
I'm not so sure. First things first, though. Would you like some coffee?
No, thanks, I'm fine. Do you get more beautiful every time I see you?
You sure are good for a girl's ego, I'll give you that.
I mean it, Diane. Makes me realize what an idiot I am.
Why would you say that?
Well, I should have put my moves on you when I had the chance.
What makes you think you don't still have a chance?
I realize it's hard to find good help these days, but why would you hire somebody with no domestic work
Why are you being
experience
such a
to be your
dim
maid?
bulb? That is not the point. I hired her for one specific purpose, to drive Catherine bonkers, which she richly deserves, considering the way she and Esther have been treating me lately.
You're kidding, right?
I am perfectly serious. Isn't it inspired?
No, it is mean and stupid.
Oh, I forgot. You're actually fond of the old bag, aren't you?
Catherine and I have been friends for many years. Yes, I hold her in high regard.
Well, that is pathetic.
Do me a favor, keep me out of the loop on these things. I'm not sure I can be trusted with your dark, ugly secrets.
You see, you have absolutely no sense of adventure.
Now, adventure is one thing. Playing ugly jokes on a classy woman is another.
Classy? Huh. Why am I even wasting my time talking to you?
Jill, wait. I want to ask you a question. What is it with women?
women, Jack? Or someone in particular?
You're toying with me, young lady.
How so?
How so? Dangling a carrot. Giving me false hope that I might actually have a shot with you.
I'm curious why you think you don't.
Well, I just assumed.
Assumed what?
Well, the chemistry between you and Jack. It was pretty intense at one time, or so I've been told. I just thought it might be boiling over again.
Why would you think that? Has Mr. Abbott been telling tales out of school again?
No, of course not. Jack and I can barely have a civil conversation concerning business. The last thing he would talk to me about is his personal life.
Sorry to hear that.
What?
I was hoping you could help me.
Help you how?
It's about Jack.
What about him?
Recently, something happened. Something that threw me off.
Am I supposed to know what you're talking about, Diane?
You were right about the chemistry between Jack and me. Things were getting pretty warm.
Were?
Let's just say that I'm beginning to have second thoughts about Jack's sincerity. His feelings about me.
You said something happened.
Jack said something about my getting a seat on the Newman Board of Directors.
This has something to do with your divorce settlement? Is this one of the things you're asking for?
It's one of my demands. Don't expect to get everything on the list, though.
I'm still not sure what the problem is, Dan.
Tell me something. Do you think there's a reason Jack wants me to have a seat on the board?
Mommy, he's here. He just drove up.
Who did, sweetie? Your bus driver?
No, not my bus driver, Nick. Nick.
Hey, sweetheart. Oh.
Neil, I am so sorry, man. Is there anything I can do for you?
Yeah, you can pray, Ryan. Put up a couple of prayers to God.
How does stuff like this happen, you know? I mean, you think you're safe, especially in a place like Genoa City.
It's a crazy world out there, Ryan. You and I both know it's getting crazier every day.
So the police think it was a robbery, you said?
Yeah. Olivia has her doubts.
She's not buying their theory?
Man, I'm not sure what she believes. But the bottom line here is that my brother is fighting for his life. I'm scared to death he's not gonna make it, man.
Well, you know what? I don't want you worrying about anything here because I'm gonna pick up the slack. I'm gonna cover for you. Right now, your place is with your brother.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Oh, hi. Oh, if this is a bad time, I can come back.
Okay, I'm available, so, okay, bye-bye.
What's the word?
Bad news, Millie's in the hospital.
Oh my God, why?
Well, he hasn't been able to learn any of the details of the situation.
Did he say how long she's been in the hospital?
No, he's gonna find out and get back to me.
Poor Millie. You know, I'm surprised she didn't contact me. Or maybe she's so ill she couldn't.
She was your one link to the situation there, wasn't she?
The only way of my knowing what was going on with Cassie's adopted mother.
You're worried.
Well, knowing that Alice is back in Madison, I'm nervous. It makes me very nervous. The woman's a loose cannon.
Yeah, I know. It sounds like she has huge potential to be a big problem for Sharon and Cassie.
I need to know more. With Millie in the hospital, there's no telling what her daughter's up to. Oh, there's only one answer. I'm gonna go to Madison. I'm gonna find out for myself.
So how you doing, Squirt?
I'm fine, Nick. Did you bring me anything?
Cassie.
Oh, sorry. Maybe next time.
That's all right. Just having you here is a real big treat.
Well, I might even have a bigger treat in mind. When's your midwinter break?
February.
Perfect. I've got an idea for a fun trip for all of us.
Nicholas.
See, my dad, he's got this jet, and we can use it anytime we want. Go wherever we want. I was thinking someplace warm.
Like Florida?
Oh, better. Talking South America. It's exotic. See, it's summer there while it's winter here.
Really?
Yeah, it's because of the way the earth tilts.
Nicholas, I don't think
Baby.
that...
Think about it. We could be strolling along in our bathing suits while everyone here is shoveling snow and wearing fur coats and mittens.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. So what do you say? Rio de Janeiro? Winter break?
Cassie, why don't you go in the kitchen and fill your thermos for school? The rest of your lunch is ready.
Okay, Mommy.
What is the matter with you, Nicholas? Bringing that up while she's here?
Well, it involves her.
You're manipulating her and me. And she's only gonna wind up being disappointed.
Baby, she's not gonna be disappointed if you agree.
Well, that isn't fair. You are using Cassie, and you're using...
You don't like the idea, Mommy?
It's just... Honey, I don't think that that's gonna be a good time for us. That's all.
But you like the idea of a trip when Tony asked you to go to Florida with him. I gotta go.
All right, let me help you at the door. All right, study hard.
So you're wondering why Jack would want you to hold out for a seat on the Newman Board of Directors?
Yes. You think of a reason? Any reason?
Well, Diane, what you're really asking is, does Jack have some sort of hidden agenda?
I figured if anyone would know, it might be you. I mean, why is he so interested? Is there something in it for him?
Look, Diane, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like Abbott, but I know you care about him. No accounting for taste. And as much as I'd like to torpedo the guy because I think you deserve better, I'm not going to lie to you.
Meaning?
Meaning, if Jack's telling you to hold out for a seat on the board of directors, I'd have to say he has your best interests at heart.
You really believe that?
Well, what other reason would he have? The guy obviously cares a great deal about you, what happens to you, how you come out of this divorce in the long run. If you're looking for some sort of hidden agenda, I honestly don't think you're going to find one.
Let me just take a wild guess here. We're talking about the lovely Diane, aren't we?
Behaving strangely all of a sudden.
All of a sudden? Come on, Jack, she's yesterday's news. Let it go. What are you chasing after her for?
Old habits die hard.
If she's giving you grief, forget about her. The woman threw you over for Victor Newman. Boy, the Jack Abbott I knew would never give a bimbo like that a second chance. Besides, I can think of an even more interesting possibility. Can't you?
You talking about you and me?
Did you ever think about giving it another go? I mean, we were only together for that one brief time. Did you ever think about maybe getting it right? I mean, you've had a lot more experience since then.
Do I have to remind you that whole thing was a big bust?
No, you don't have to remind me it was a bust, but the circumstances were complicated.
Yeah, Elsa, you were married to my father.
Oh, for heaven's sake, we were trapped in a snowbound cabin. We had to do something. We had to find some way to keep warm or risk freezing to death.
Why are you bringing this up now? That was a zillion years ago.
As I recall, you brought it up not long ago. You asked me if I ever thought about it. Come on, Jack. Don't be such a prude. We're both adults. We're both free and clear of entanglements.
When I brought up Diane earlier, you see, I was hoping to be entangled with her.
Well, forgive me for offering you my poor, unworthy self.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. You're probably right. We probably could generate a great deal of heat.
More heat than you could imagine.
But there's a lot of history between us.
Oh, and you don't have any history with Diane.
Let's just play it safe, shall we? Let's just be friends.
Oh, how boring. Seems like Jackie has become a pretty dull boy. Okay, go ahead, make a mistake. Go crawling back to the lady who threw you over for your arch enemy. But when you've learned your lesson, don't come looking for my shoulder or anything else.
One time offer, huh?
I wouldn't go that far.
First Phyllis, now Jill. Diane throwing herself at me. She's the one who's critical to my plan. Oh, God, why did I push so hard about that board seat? The hell was I thinking?
Neil was just leaving. I'm going back over to the hospital. Check on Malcolm.
How's he doing? I thought maybe since I didn't hear from you, there had been some improvement.
I would have called you if there had been.
Well, I would like you to keep in touch, even if there's no change.
Keep the lines open.
Okay, so will I. Do you want me to come with you?
No, thanks. That's not necessary. Besides, it's not a very good place for you to be right now. Look, we'll talk later. I gotta go. Bye. Bye.
See you.
You know, I agree. Maybe we should go to Madison and check things out.
Not we. Paul, I should go alone. Millie knows me from our phone conversation. She trusts me. If we both go, it will be too dicey.
Okay. Well, you're gonna have to be careful then, and make sure that there is no connection made between you and Genoa City.
And ultimately, Cassie.
Exactly.
I'm beginning to understand Sharon's paranoia. The extreme she went to keep Cassie's whereabouts a secret.
I thought you said that Sharon was burying her head in the sand.
No, I still believe that, but I'm not convinced that hiding is the best answer. There are too many variables here, you know? Too many things could go wrong.
What are you talking about, the legal repercussions?
It's very possible that the courts will rule that Alice's claim takes precedence over Sharon's.
What, because Sharon gave up her parental rights when she gave Cassie up for adoption?
And at the very least, this could turn into a long, drawn-out court battle.
Yeah. So where would that leave Cassie?
In all probability, she'd be put into a foster home until the courts decide what to do.
Oh, that would be a shame if that happened.
No, it can't happen. Cassie is finally in a stable home with her real mother. She loves Sharon deeply. It would be the cruelest type of punishment if that were ever taken away from her.
You okay?
Yeah, of course I'm okay.
I kind of got the impression that you were looking for something from Neil.
Neil is the one who needs support right now, not me.
Maybe you needed him to accept your support.
Don't psychoanalyze me. Sorry. Look, I'll admit that I feel a bit helpless.
Neil's brother could be dying, and there's nothing I can do to help other than leave Neil alone, which seems a bit odd to me, don't you think?
No, not really. I mean, it's funny how people react under stress, and God knows Neil is under enormous stress. I wouldn't read too much into it.
It's just that this has been going on for a while. Not just since Malcolm got hurt.
What has?
Neil seems different. He seems distant.
Well, you two are still engaged, aren't you?
I guess.
That doesn't sound too, sure.
Well, let me just put it this way. Our relationship has been momentarily put on hold.
His idea or yours?
Neither. It's just the way it is. I mean, we're still the same people. We still have the same feelings. We just don't connect the way we used to.
So what are you saying? You don't connect? Your feelings don't connect? What?
It's the same thing, isn't it? But I don't want to get into this right now.
Yes, you do.
What?
I think you do. I think you want to talk to someone about this, and I'm one of the few people who you can confide in. My next appointment's not for a half hour, so come on, what gives?
Fine, son of... Lucky you're gone, Jackie. Well, maybe I will just, relax here a bit. Wait for you. Have my morning meditation.
Jack, there's something I needed to... Well, you're not Jack.
Which I thank God each and every day.
You're here to see him too?
A couple more of us and we'll have a lynch mob.
Uh-oh, well, if there's gonna be bloodshed, then I'll check back with him later.
Relax, Cole. Just have a bone to pick with the man, that's all. You seem to be in a better mood than I am.
Except for one small problem. I'm trying to reach Victor, but I'm not having any luck. And Jack was my second choice for someone around here who might have the authority. You know, unless, come to think of it, maybe you're the man I need to talk to.
You're right. I've always been able to talk to you. Open up to you like no one else.
Old husbands are kind of like old shoes, I guess. Easy and comfortable.
I don't know, it just seems like sometimes everything you count on just comes crashing down around you.
You've been through a pretty rough time lately.
Yeah, I guess it all goes back to losing my baby. Nothing's been the same since then.
It's a pretty hard thing to get over.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna get over it.
Sure you will. Tragedy like this is bound to affect you, your relationships. I mean, I doubt if any of us can ever really know what this has been like for you. Except maybe Cole. You two shared the same loss. I know you guys became close again.
I don't know what you're saying, Ryan.
Oh, come on, Vicky. You're talking to me now.
Well, anyway, Cole's on his way to Paris to surprise Ashley, and I'm happy for him. I mean, things are good for him right now. I just wish I could get my life back to normal.
Just give it time. Just give it time.
Authority to do what?
You know, I can't get a commercial airline reservation to save my life. Otherwise, I'd never ask.
Ask what, Cole?
I'm going to Paris to see Ashley. And Nicholas suggested I may be able to use a Newman jet.
Oh, Nicholas suggested that, did he?
Yeah.
Have you talked to Ash?
No, but I spoke with her secretary. She's going to be returning to Paris tonight.
So you're planning on surprising her?
You know, Brad, the last time I mentioned that, you were dead set against it. You still have a problem with it?
Look, Cole, I just know that Ash is trying to put out kind of a serious fire. Something that's a little bit hush-hush. My only concern is that you're not going to get this warm welcome you're hoping for if you just pop in there unexpectedly.
Brad, let's keep things in perspective here. I'm her husband. She loves me. And I really don't think that my showing up unannounced or otherwise is going to rain on her parade. And frankly, I don't give a rat's rear what her business problem she has to deal with. I haven't seen my wife for a long time, and I'm going to do something about it.
Cole, I'm telling you, don't go. I think it would be a big mistake.
You know what? You said that to me before. What the hell is this all about, Brad? What do you know that I don't?
There you go. All right. I'm a little curious about something.
What's that?
Well, I realize that officially you're not Sharon's attorney.
But I know she has Cassie. Is that what you're worried about?
Right. And you also know that Alice, the woman that has a greater legal claim to that little girl, may be searching for her. I'd hate to see you put yourself in an uncomfortable situation by not coming forward with what you know.
Believe me, I have wrestled with this. I know I'm walking a thin line, but I can't, in good conscience, volunteer this information. I can't purposely put Cassie in harm's way. I had hoped that Millie would be my eyes and ears, but...
So you could keep Alice at bay?
Yeah, and eventually she'd leave, she'd go away, we'd never hear from her again.
Right, and everyone would live happily ever after.
Nice dream, huh? I'm just worried. Because Millie hasn't contacted me, I have no idea what's going on there. Which is why I have to go to Madison, determine one way or the other if Alice is coming after Cassie or if she's taken off again. I mean, who knows? I could be worried about this for nothing.
Yeah. I better be on the safe side. You know, sure you don't want me to come with you?
I appreciate it. I really do. I have to do this on my own, and I have to be so careful. One wrong move, and all hell could break loose.
Did I hear Cassie right?
Nick, please.
A trip to Florida with Tony? That is what she said, isn't it?
You misunderstood?
Misunderstood what? She said it, didn't she?
All right, yes. Tony did ask me to go away with him to Florida, but...
But what?
I could never leave the kids.
Oh, so that's what kept you from going. Cassie and Noah.
Look, I am not going away on a trip with Tony. Tony and I are just friends.
You know, that is not even close to the point. That you even considered going with him as a friend or whatever. But when I bring up the idea of our family going away together, you won't even give it a second thought. What the hell is happening to us? Am I wasting my time trying to get our family back together? Is that what you're telling me?